Hi, my name is Mr. Exum and welcome to my EdTech channel, where I show you how to get the most out of technology in the classroom. This video shows you how to get started with Wakelet. Now, Wakelet is a free platform that allows you to curate and organize content, to save and to share. You can save videos, articles, images, tweets, links. You can even add your own text. Save this content in your bookmarks on Wakelet, or organize it into related items into collections, which are then shareable. It's really simple, so let's get started. Okay, so Wakelet is just so good at being able to collect all that brilliant information that you're finding when you're browsing the web. And normally you think, oh, I'm going to save it in my bookmarks, or how am I going to remember that, or what about that video that I saw a while ago? It allows you to collate all that information into nice collections that they might just be personal, private collections. They might be ones you're going to use with your class to share a nice sort of collated set of resources for them for a particular project or something like that. Or it might be a public one that you want to share more broadly, or you might be getting your students to actually make their own collections, or you might want to collaborate as a group or get a group of students to work together to collate and all their research into one area. So it allows you to do all these different things. So when I've logged into Wakelet, it's pretty straightforward. I've got kind of menu bar down the left. I've got my collections. Okay, these are these lovely sort of streamlined pages with resources that I've collated together. I've got bookmarks. This is just anything that I've bookmarked on the web is all saved in there, and I'll show you how we make bookmarks later. And I've got anything that I'm working on as a group in my group collections. So that's down the left. Got some information sort of I can get straight into my profile here, and I'll talk more about your profile a bit later. Okay, and I've got some options at the top here, so I can search the whole of Wakelet for other collections. So that's my home page. Now let's start off really simply by making a new collection. It's really easy. Okay, so let's say I want to make a collection of evolution resources for my students. Okay, I can add a quick title image. Okay, up here I can add a quick background image. There we are, so it already looks quite nice. Okay, and then I'm ready to add some content. I just click the plus button, and you can see I've got these really simple options for adding content straight into Wakelet here. I've got paste URL. Okay, so let's say I've got an article that I found on the internet. Here we go, and I can just paste that in there. And there's my first thing added to my Wakelet. I've got another plus here. I'm going to add a YouTube video in. Okay, I can search straight on YouTube here. Click add to there. Alright, and it embeds it straight live in there. I can add tweets. I can link it to my Twitter account. I can search for a particular tweet and add a tweet in if I want. Bookmarks will take me to anything that I've already bookmarked on Wakelet and I want to add in. So there's a video there that I've already added on evolution that I found earlier. Okay, there's also a document that I bookmarked earlier from my OneDrive. And how do I do that? Well, I can link to my OneDrive account here. It'll ask you to sign in, and then you can get straight onto your OneDrive. You can add any documents you want in here as well. Okay, so I've added a PDF in there, and I can also add in PowerPoint, pretty much any document that's in my OneDrive I'll be able to do, and it will take you to Microsoft Online to be able to view those things. And I've also got Flipgrid. I can actually record using my Flipgrid camera straight into Wakelet. Okay, so I can make a little recording and add it straight into Wakelet there if I want, or if I've got a Flipgrid response, a video response, and I get the code for that, then I can copy and paste a Flipgrid response in straight into Wakelet as well. They work very nicely together. There we go. All right. And what's also really good is the ability to reorganize. So I can just quickly use the up and down arrows to reorganize things into the right order. But actually really important is this just a little button here, which is just text. It just allows me to add some little text to explain each of these things in between. Okay, set it as a heading. There we go. Alright. Up here I've got some options as to how I want, what kind of level of security I want. At the moment this is set as private. They will default to private, so nobody can see this. It's just for my own purposes. But actually I want this to be shared. I could do it unlisted, so I just send the link to my students or embed it in Teams or whatever platform I'm using. Or I could just make it completely public and searchable, and it'd be on my public profile for others to find. Okay, and if I want, I could also switch that on so people can copy it and make their own copies and then edit that as well if I want. Okay, when I'm done, I click done, and now you can see it. Because it's Microsoft, you've got the immersive reader built in for any kind of text you've added, which is great. That'll take you straight out into the immersive reader. I can play videos straight there within the Wakelet, and I can click here, for example, and that should take me online to the PowerPoint that I've made there. Okay, so it's all in one place. Now if I'm browsing somebody else's Wakelet and I think, oh, that's quite nice, then you'll see there's an item for me to bookmark. So actually, if I'm on a public Wakelet, somebody else's Wakelet, so here's a user here, this is their profile. You can see that they've got lots of collections they've set up, and they've put them into groups on their public profile. I think, oh, this is quite nice. I'm browsing this person's collection. I can actually bookmark things. Oh, that's quite useful. I'm going to add that to my bookmarks, or I could stick it straight into one of my collections already, actually, if I want, just by clicking that there. You'll also notice this little thing that pops up here which says read mode, which is great for articles. So if I just click on that, it will just take me to the BBC website, but then I've got all the other things that are distracting on there. But if I click on read mode, it strips away all that, puts into a really nice easy way to read that article, and I've also got the immersive reader built in, so I can have that article read out to me, and I can use all the immersive reader tools for accessibility there. So that's really nice. I've got contributors. Okay, so this is where I can then say, actually, I want to make a collection that I want other people to contribute to as well, and I can share this code, which allows anybody to contribute. They don't even have to have a Wakelet account. If they've got that code, they can join and contribute. I can send them the link. I could actually add somebody who's already a Wakelet user who I follow, or I could send them the email, and I can manage other contributors who are already part of that at the moment. Sharing options, as the usual kind of sharing options for this collection. I've got a link, I've got a QR code, I can share it directly on Twitter or directly on Teams, straight into a channel on Teams if I like. So there's lots of options there for sharing, and I've also got more options for embedding, PDF export, analytics to see who's been copying it, things like that, and I can change visibility and I can delete my collection. So there we go, that is how to make a Wakelet collection. Now we'll go back to the home page. There's a couple of other things to finish off with here. Bookmarks, now these are all the things I've bookmarked. You think, well, how do I make a bookmark? Well, one way is to bookmark people's content from their Wakelets. But what's even better is if you install the web extensions here, the browser extensions. So if you click, I'm using Chrome now, if I click on the Chrome web extension, you'll see it takes me to the Chrome web store, and I can click install, which I've already done, and I've got this little W up here. Now what that means when I've got that little W is it means that whenever I'm browsing the web and I like something, I find something interesting, like, oh, here's a good YouTube video, and I want to bookmark that in my Wakelet so I can watch it later or add it to a collection later. What I've got to do is click that little W button. And here we go, I'm straight into Wakelet. I could add it straight into a collection here if I wanted to, or I could add it to a one that I'm collaborating on with other people, or I could just say, actually, I'll just stick this in my bookmarks for now, and I can add it to a collection later. It's completely inbuilt into Twitter. So let's say I find a nice tweet. I think, oh, that's a great tweet. I want to save that. That's some useful information. Again, I've got my little W now on Twitter. Click on that little W, and I can save that tweet in my bookmarks straight off. There we go. Saved. Another brilliant way to get information quickly into bookmarks is to use the iOS app or the Android app. These are really simple to use. It just means that when you're on your phone and you're browsing and you're watching content and things like that, and you press the share button, Wakelet will be one of those options, and you'll be able to just choose Wakelet and it will say where do you want to save it, in your bookmarks or in your collections. Just when you're on your phone throughout the day, you can be easily collating stuff together that you can organise later on into proper collections. So that's collections, that's bookmarks. Group collections, like I said, you might be working on already. If somebody sends you that code to collaborate on, so if you join collection and enter the code, if they've got a user account. If they don't, so if I just log out quickly, if you just go to the Wakelet homepage, you'll see that there's the enter code button. You don't need an account to be able to enter a code and collaborate on a Wakelet that the teacher set up. So the pupils don't even necessarily need to be signed up. Now, something I should have mentioned is that when you're asking pupils to collaborate, you may be thinking, well, actually, they're just going to be dumping stuff into this one long list. But what you can do now, it's a new update on Wakelet, is that when you've got students collaborating on a Wakelet and they've just logged in using that code that you sent them without an account, and they click the plus, there'll be an extra button in the middle here, which will be called Create Collection. And what that allows each student to do is to create their own sub-collection within your big master collection, as it were. So you can have the overall heading. Each student can make their own little collection within that as a sub-collection. So a really nice way to work together as a whole class using Wakelet. So lastly, just looking at your profile, you click on your little head up there, you can make a very nice sort of public-facing profile. You can edit it here and you can change your images, your name, you can add in any social media accounts you've got, any Twitter, etc. And any public collections you've got here, you will have shown up. And what you can do is you can, as I said, create sections for these. So I might have one for teaching, okay, and I'm going to put all my resources that are to do with teaching in there. So at the moment this is uncategorized, but I can just click on that and add it to teaching. So quite easy to make a nice public facing profile to organize any public Wakelets that you've produced. Search bar, there is just so much great content out there. So for example, I type in remote learning and I can see all these people, I can view their collections. And like I said, if I want to bookmark anything that they've added or add these things to my areas, then I can do save and add them into my particular collections. If you go into Teams, there is a nice Wakelet app in Teams as well, which is great. So you can add particular Wakelets straight into your channels on Teams. So just paste it in there straight off. And now I've got that Wakelet straight in that Teams channel. Really nice. So there you go, a really simple but powerful tool that you can use or you can get your students to use. It integrates nicely in your browser and also really well with Teams. Why not check out my other EdTech videos on my YouTube channel? For now though, I hope that was useful and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. I'll see you next time.